Okay, last up, we're gonna talk about
This guy.
not aging well. But Bow Wow's not aging well. I don't give a damn. Bow Wow is
Ain't he
not
younger than
aging well.
us?
Yeah, yeah, but he's in our age bracket. He's like 2 or 3 years younger than us. So he's not that much younger than us, but yeah, he's younger than us. Um, but he's not aging well. He over there looking like he done ate one too many Krispy Kreme donuts. Personally, um, but Bow Wow recently, um, got on the subject of, yeah, he's only 1 year younger than us, bro. He's our age. But Bow Wow recently decided to talk about male groupies and how these dudes out here about how these dudes out here need to, reprioritize themselves and stop acting like he claims that these men act more like groupies than women do. I thought I thought that this was quite interesting because we oftentimes talk about new humans on this channel. So
That's
this gives
right.
us the opportunity to talk about new humans once again on this channel using Bow Wow's words. So this is from Bow Wow's personal. I'm guessing he went on Instagram with this because it doesn't say TikTok anywhere on the video there. Uh, so we'll go ahead and play this and we'll talk about what Bow Wow had to say. I thought that this was some interesting stuff. Uh, be warned, I don't know whether he had his HD settings off on his phone or what the deal was, but his audio and video are not synced. This is not us. This is Bow Wow. This is Bow Wow's video, not us. So forewarning. But we'll go ahead and listen to what Bow Wow had to say about male groupies, and then we'll give our opinions afterwards.
What y'all say? Men have to be the most groupied out, annoyingest creatures in a nightclub. Ladies, it's not the ladies, it's not the women. And I tell women this all the time. They be like, "Oh, your section gonna be full of groupies." Da, da, da. All right, yeah, it's gonna be some baddies for sure. Like that's the only way it's gotta be. But these dudes, though, I gotta stop thirst balling in the club. Like that shit is crazy. Niggas be pushing the women out the way to get as close as they can to the dude, like to the celebrity. This shit gotta stop. Like last night, one person made it just so nasty at the club, like dude yelling all over the music. Yo, Bow Wow, come here, come here. First of all, bro, you wasting your time waving your hands telling me come here. I don't know you and I'm not walking nowhere. Like that's number one. Number two, like it's just time for niggas to have like some proper club etiquette, man. You niggas ain't got no proper club etiquette. Have a good time, kick it, get on something, you know. Instead of watching me have fun all night, get on something. Get on.
Ah, damn. That boy recorded that on a Motorola Razor.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah, Bow Wow is calling dudes out for thirst balling. This is another word. This is a word I've never heard before. I'm not
first
exactly
one.
sure what thirst. I can guess. I can use context clues to
Yeah, me
to
too.
deduce to deduce what thirst balling means,
Yeah.
but I have not heard that term before. I don't know what thirst balling is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he says male groupies and dudes be trying to push women out the way to get closer to the celebrities than the women are. And dudes need to stop being so thirsty and need to get on something in the club. So I thought this was good stuff. This is good new human commentary. Is there anything that you make of Bow Wow's thirst balling comments towards men of today?
So dealing with Bow Wow. How do I say this? So with Bow Wow,
Yeah.
he has this complex where he always has to be cool. It's just so weird. For somebody who was as cool as Bow Wow was, personally, he carries himself like somebody who's trying to be cool. And when I say as cool as somebody like Bow Wow was, I mean, bro, you remember the wave in school?
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
those girls was coming to school with those little magazines, those little teen crush magazines, and this and this and that, and oh, bow wow this, bow wow wow that. So much
Yes.
so I had to run out and get braids.
Yeah.
Now I didn't get them because of him per se. I mean, I was a real Iverson fan. So if anybody motivated me, it was Iverson. But it was a thing where it was just part of the wave, bro, and I had to get with it. I was like, I'm not getting left behind with this. So if he actually can see himself how people saw him, I really don't think he would be acting such a cornball. But me personally, I think the guy's a corny guy. And so this situation here, this is him again trying to come off cool to people. So much so that he's like, look, bro, I don't just got female groupies. Oh shit. I got men groupies too. And I'm like, bro, this is an odd flex. Why go live in the morning in your bed with your flip phone and talking about how last night at the club some dude was trying to holler at you. Talking about some bow wow, bow wow. Oh, don't talk to me. I don't know you. Bro, what kind of flex is this? There's been so many male celebrities, straight and gay, if you want to include Lil Nas X. This is the first time I've heard of thirst balling. Now, I can go ahead and deduce why Bow Wow of all people would be talking about guys trying to holler at him in a club. What do you say, sir? How do you feel about this situation? Now, that was my angle. I have other angles to this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
When I was a cook, I used to have a part-time job as a cook at a restaurant. I won't name the restaurant, but uh there were a lot of, I worked around a lot of women, and I worked around a lot of different characters, a lot of men and women. It gave me the opportunity to, being in that job, this is one of the reasons why I say
Mhm.
that it kind of benefits everyone to have a job in service at least once in their life. I think that it will benefit everybody at least once in life to have a job in service, because when I had this job, it allowed me to have a bird's eye view to how eclectic and different types of personality types are.
Mhm.
And I bring that up to say that it gave me the opportunity to witness the wave of new humans entering our society. And one of these types of new humans entering our society was highly emotionally volatile, emotive men, men who exhibited behavioral characteristics that women perceive to be feminine. So there was one particular situation in which, and now I'm not saying this is coming from women who are telling me this. There was one particular situation where I was working in the kitchen with this one kid. We were on a closing shift. Manager came into the kitchen, said something that wasn't good. Like, he said something. I think that he came in and saying, "Hey man, I know that y'all trying to wrap it up so y'all can go home. Just got the call from one of the regional managers. The owner is going to be in the store tomorrow afternoon, so we got to pull a bunch of this stuff out, scrub some walls. We got to do some extra cleaning. We got to wipe down a little harder. We got to scrub some walls. We got to spray some stuff. We got to do a bunch of stuff that we don't typically have to do on a regular closing shift. This is going to take us about another 45 minutes to an hour to get out of there, and it's already late."
Damn.
So, me, I'm like, damn, this is kind of messed up. But it is what it is. I'm the one who's on this job. If I hate it that much, I can just walk out. I'm not going to do that because I need the money. So Got to sit there and do what I got to do. Boss man say I got to scrub a little more walls. Let me scrub some more walls. The kid who I was working with lost it. He lost it. He lost control of himself. He was just going off, damn near crying on how much he didn't want to have to do this extra cleaning duty. You know, cussing up a storm, talking about how he gonna walk out, talking about how much he hate this shit, on and on and on and on and on. Mind you, he's doing so much complaining that it took us even longer to finish the work because he wasn't actually doing the work. He was complaining. Had he just done the work, we would have been done like 15, 20 minutes before we were actually done. But he spent so much time bitching and complaining that it took us like an hour and a half to be finished. So when the night was over, you know, one of the girls who was closing with us, she was a server, cute girl too. Um, this was the girl that he's tried to now. This kid who I work with, he's tried to holler at this girl on several occasions. Girl was cute. Now, don't get me wrong. She looked good. Went to FAMU and everything. And this kid's trying to this kid had been trying to holler at her for a long time. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get into a point with Bow Wow. So she had been turning him down. She had been turning him down, turning him down, turning him down. She was with us that night. She was the closing server. Just like we got hit with extra cleaning duties, she got hit with extra cleaning duty. So we all in this together. So come the end of the night when we finally get checked out, he storms out of the building, bitching, crying because he had to do all of this stuff. And she was just looking at him and she was just like, you know, it's no wonder why, you know, these, you know, women don't want to talk to this guy. He has no control over his emotions. And I turned and I looked at her and I was like, hey man, listen, you know, these guys nowadays are being celebrated for being emotive and essentially being feminine in terms of just kind of going wild with their emotions. And they get dug into this because they spend all of this time on social media believing that it's okay to be this way. And they wonder why the women don't respect them. And she agreed 100%. She was like, yeah, that's 100% correct because I don't respect this guy. And he just needs to get in. He needs to get in check of. He needs to get more in check of his emotions because he's tripping. You know, not for nothing, but down the road, she ended up trying to holler at me. I don't think that's a coincidence. I'm not a guy who sits here losing control of his emotions. Now, to relate that to what Bow Wow said, um, remember when we did the video with Lori Harvey, and Lori Harvey was talking about how she uses NDAs to protect herself.
Right.
And the point that I brought up was there's a lot of bitch made men in the world who date in a feminine manner. And so they do a lot of things that women historically have done, such as get catty and talkative and like to kind of put the business out into the world in terms of what they do with men, in terms of what they do with women, similar to the way women have always done that. Well, I feel like what Bow Wow's talking about in that clip is new age male humans who do things in a feminine way and need to get themselves in check. Because if you weren't on this new human, new wave emotive stuff that men are on nowadays, you wouldn't be in the club thirst balling, pushing women out the way to talk to me, Bow Wow. You would instead be trying to talk to the women around Bow Wow. But according to Bow Wow, these guys are trying to bogart the women to get closer to him. Now, I also hear what you're saying, and I agree with that. You know, Bow Wow be on some goofy stuff. But I think the spirit of his message is these new humans out here, these males, need to get themselves in check because this factors into the theory of the 30 versus 70%. And why you have so many of these incels running around out here, not sexually active, not even in the vicinity of women, because they're spending too much time embracing their femininity. And I think Bow Wow was getting at that with some of what he was saying in that clip. I think it stands to reason that if you're a guy in the club, thirst balling, moving women out the way to get closer to Bow Wow because you're embracing your inner groupie, that you're also one of these new human men who have no control over themselves emotionally, emote, and don't garner the respect of the women, and consequently, the women end up stepping over you because of that. And this is a problem that I see happening in our current society. I think it's an issue. It needs to be said more and more. It is what it is that the messenger in this particular situation just so happened to be Bow Wow, but it is what it is. I'll take what I can get. I do think that this is happening. It needs to stop. These are the same guys who have several OnlyFans subscriptions.
That's right.
These are the same. These are the same guys who follow Instagram models and TikTok influencers and like every video and comment on every video. These are the same guys. So these same guys are also in the club bum
Holla that
rushing.
Bow Wow.
Yes, yeah. And so if I can use Bow Wow's commentary as a reason to bring this up on this channel yet again, I'm going to do so because I think it's an issue. It's a problem. These women out here don't respect you men. They don't. They don't respect you. And they don't respect you because of situations like this. They do not want to see a dude moving past them to holler at a male celebrity. But here we are again. This is new human stuff. So there you have it. That was the take that I had on this. Yeah, Bow Wow might be the messenger, so you can take that for what it's worth. But I still think that there is a spirit of a message in what he is saying or what he is trying to convey. Or maybe I'm using my own thought process to infuse it into what he is putting out there. But I do believe that these are the same guys. I think we're talking about the same dudes out here. And I think that these guys are a growing segment of our population, and they're doing men a disservice. They are doing all men a disservice, and they are growing in numbers. And eventually, they're going to outnumber the rest of us who are on true masculinity and true manhood. And eventually, that 30% who's getting 100% of the women, while 70% is out here embracing their incel tendencies, that ratio is going to become 80 to 20, 90 to 10. And pretty soon it's just going to be crazy out here in these streets.
Yeah. Get on the right side, fellas. Hey,
so, hey, man, you can heed my words if you want. I think I'm speaking facts here. But this is where we're headed. And Godspeed to the minority of men who understand the value of not placating to this madness. And I nevertheless will say that I appreciate Bow Wow for at the very least putting this video out so that we can talk about this very serious social issue once again.
somebody's got to crunch the numbers on that. If you're like part of the 20%, I guess somebody can do the quick math. You good at math? If I'm part of the 20%, how many women is that for me? Is that 40? 20%? How many percent?
Well, we would have to do a deep dive on the math because because we would have to look at how many sexually active women are there worldwide. So you'd have to look whatever that number is, take 20% of that or 30% of that, and that'll give you an actual hard figure of what that looks like. But I don't know I don't know how many women that is. It's a lot though. There's 7 billion people in the world, and the majority of those people are women. So it's got to be a few billion at least. Speaking on it reasonably.
So, and this is what I'm getting at, fellas. So let's just get on the right side of the fence. These guys out here thirst balling after Bow Wow. You got to leave these guys at the bottom part of the genetics pool. They can't reproduce. So let them sit there and play Overwatch.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Fortnite. Let them sit there and play their games. Let them qualify themselves genetic swimming pool. All right, let's allow. Listen, man. And by the way, I agree with your point. So I do think, that was my initial take from listening to this. I'm like, what are you talking about? So yeah, bro, I'm pretty sure in in 1991 when Heavy D was performing at some type of whatever in the Bronx, whatever borough you guys are from. All right. No, not you New York people. I'm just saying, like, I'm from the Bronx. Like, okay, I get it. Brooklyn, I get it. So Heavy D's out there performing, Blasey Splees, and then he's wrecking it. And then some jackass in the crowd. He existed back then too. Some jackass in the crowd, just over thirsty. Like, hey, Heavy, hey, I'm one of your biggest fans. I mean, fighting over all the little tenderonis just to get the Heavy D. And I'm pretty sure he witnessed that. Now, there was no Instagram or no whatever, or no Razor phones, flip phones to record it on. All right. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure Heavy D wasn't, run around flexing that. I feel like and the reason why I brought that up is he still wants to feel like he's relevant. He still wants to let people know that people are after me, even men. And that's what I'm saying. It's weird, but who are those men? And I agree with you. Who are those guys doing that? Those are the guys that aren't guys. They're just shells of men. They're running around with testicles and penises, but everything about them hollers female. And what's going on is, of course, the effeminization of men and the masculinity of women. And with this targeting of these two genders, we have the mess that we have now. And but yeah, to speak on the woke mafia and them pushing this air quote progressivism stuff where, we're supposed to be better off now than we were 20, 30 years ago. I mean, the fruits of the labor speaks for itself when we have these men out here that aren't really men. And they were taught and trained and coddled to not have these things that were air quote called toxic. This toxic masculinity concept this term, I won't say concept, the term has been recently coined. This concept has been getting preached to our generation and beyond and beyond. This ultra liberal way of looking at gender, race, which isn't bad, right? But gender, roles and all this other stuff, like everything, like we've been getting that stuff bombarded to us. I can remember some of these social dynamics in elementary school. All right. So it has only gotten more progressive since then. So, yeah, it has created and coddled this whole generation of males out here that aren't really manning.
Yeah.
And now they're at a Bow Wow concert or club situation, and now he fighting over females. And it's just like, hey, but you gotta be honest, Bow Wow, he's a you know me on this show. I'm the guy who does the wild speculations. And so Bow Wow to me always came off as a, industry guy who's a little whatever. So I'm pretty sure he's got some male fans out there that like them some Bow Wow. So so I think he can get pansexual with his groupies, if you know what I'm getting at. But but be that as it may, I agree with your points, man. Men need to tighten up, man. We as a whole, you're giving some of these females out here that be dogging us out more ammunition.
Yeah.
You're making us look bad because not all of us out here are fighting over women to go holler at a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even fight over women to get to a woman.
Right.
Let alone fight over women. That's not something that I do. I'm not going to bogart anyone to gain access to any human. To me, that's too much human hero worship and groveling, and self-subordination for my liking. And
What
I
about
think
hold on. What about Michael Jackson?
I don't care who it is.
You're full of shit.
I don't give a damn. Why do I care about Michael Jackson anyway? I mean, I can see if you said Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. I don't care about that.
All right, Michael
I don't
Jordan.
care.
How you feel about
No,
that?
no. I wouldn't. I know me. I wouldn't. I don't care. It's just that's too much self-subordination for my liking. And I
Yeah,
think that
same with it.
if you are comfortable with that variety of self-subordination, then there are certain other behavioral characteristics inherent in you that I can correlate, such as highly emotive tendencies, which I don't care how progressive we get, most women aren't going to respect those types of behavior qualities. They don't. They perceive them as a form of weakness on the part of anyone who's a man. Now, they'll still deal with you because they'll extract what resources they can from you because they at that point see you as a mark. But on a whole, is there respect for you? No, there isn't. And there's just more and more of these guys out here walking around in these streets, and I'm not here for it. However, I will continue to be a part of that 30%. And hey, man, just like we talk about not caring about whether guys are gay or not, because that's more vagina for me. Hey, man, the more of these guys we got out here who decide to throw in the towel because their OnlyFans subscriptions are sufficing, and their social media activity is sufficing, and their Pornhub activity is sufficing, the more actual vagina there is for me. So I'm out here trying to help you guys out. But if you don't want to accept my help, no sweat off my back. That's more for me. So have at it. But I do think that there is a point to what Bow Wow is talking about, because what he is witnessing with these male groupies thirst balling over him is a problem in our culture that is continuing to grow, because the same trait that makes a guy thirst ball is the same trait that will make him curl up into a ball of incelness. And that's pretty much how I see it.
Hey, well said, man. Tighten up, fellas. This is
Big time.
this is inexcusable. All right.
Yeah.
Don't let the world see this, man. They'll be thinking that I don't know, man, that we can't hold it down. But I'll tell you this, the future's bright for us 30 percenters.
For
But
real.
but somebody's got to do the job while people are not picking up the slack. But
Yeah.
at the same time, man, it's a duty that we must carry out.
Yeah.
And one day things will get rectified, but we're the guys responsible
Yeah.
for making sure that these women stay satisfied in these dark days. So
Yeah.
get to work,
I feel like,
fellas.
yeah, I feel like Peter Parker, man. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm Peter Parker. We're Peter Parker. Well, I'm never mind. I'm Miles Morales because he's the Black Spider-Man. But
Yeah.
same deal. I'm out here helping you guys. I'm trying to help y'all. I really am. I know I get on this channel and I might seem whatever, but I'm trying to help y'all out. And if you don't want to accept my help, that's on you. That's on you. But we didn't make that video up. Bow Wow made that video. That wasn't us. I didn't make Bow Wow put that out there. Clearly, this is something that happens to him a lot, where these dudes are out here trying to holler.
That's crazy.
So I didn't make that. Like, I didn't do this. I'm using it on the channel, but I didn't create that video. He did. And I can only imagine that if he's talking about it, him being the extroverted personality that he is, how many other male celebrities who experience the same thing, probably even more so, but don't care enough to make a video about it. I can only imagine how much is actually going on that isn't talked about, swept under the rug. But whatever, it is what it is. New humans. Yeah, y'all keep playing your Fortnites and Overwatches and
Yeah.
spending your allowance on OnlyFans subs.
What a life, man. No wonder they're not getting no vagina.
Oh boy, I hope y'all are enjoying life, man. I really do. But appreciate Bow Wow for the content we're going to go ahead and end it on that note, man. This is a great stream. Another Constant Approach video on the YouTube channel in the books. My name is JV Wins. That is Dogon SS. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we appreciate everybody who has been joining the tribe as we continue to put out that logical content. If you happen to be watching this video as a part of the stream, or if you watch this as its own standalone video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Hit that like button, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Be on the lookout for the RSS feed as we make ourselves available on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, so on and so forth. You can follow Conscious Approach on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. But you can also follow Conscious Approach on Instagram at ConApproach, CONAPPROACH. If you happen to be watching this video on the Facebook page, go ahead and follow the page. Also like the page. Leave a comment wherever you are watching this video because we pay attention and respond so long as they are not of the troll variety. Until next time, we certainly appreciate you supporting logical content as we continue to rock and roll. Thank you for being a part of our wonderful community here.
And the name is Dogon SS. You can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS and on YouTube at Dogon SS. All right. And as I always say on every pod, everybody, all right, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it calm, keep it chill, keep it player. Don't let anybody get you off your pivot. All right. And until next time, guys, we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are out. Another video in the books. We'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.